Valiant fans, and welcome. This is Tyson Agler for the 2016 Fall Preseason Special, and joining me is head men's soccer coach Kyle Dezotell. Coach, the Valiants have had a pretty busy preseason. Can you talk about what Manhattanville's men's soccer team has been up to?
Yeah, we came in last Friday, so the guys have been in for 5 or 6 days now. But we wanted to get some good competition in during this preseason phase, so we jumped right into it. And on Sunday, we scrimmaged NCAA Division II team, Mercy College, out in Dobbs Ferry. Had a good performance, and then last night, Tuesday night, we played at home. So the first game on this new field, which was fun for the guys, and I think for the campus. There were actually quite a few people here, which is neat because school hasn't even begun yet. And we played Albertus Magnus at home. But we've certainly packed a lot in, but we're trying to be smart about it as well, and we're working hard, but trying to make sure we minimize injuries as well.
And first year's head coach for the Valiants, you've brought in several recruits, including 5 from the very prestigious Mount Verde Academy. Can you talk about those new recruits and getting them to transition to college soccer?
Yeah, I mean, one of my strengths that I've thought that I've had as a coach is in recruiting, and one of the reasons I thought that Manhattanville would be a good fit for me was because I thought I could recruit players here, and along with assistant coach Eros Olazabal last spring, our recruiting went incredibly well. We ended up with 5 guys from the CIMA program at Mount Verde Academy, which is the top high school soccer program in the nation, and we ended up with a number of other internationals and domestic guys. A few of them have already fit straight away into probably our starting 11, and a number of the others are in our first 15 or 16. But recruiting is the lifeblood of any program, and I just think we've done a really good job, and it's certainly one of, if not the strongest recruiting class I've had as a head coach. And we look forward to seeing those guys, and I think they'll have great careers here at Manhattanville.
And something that will help out those new recruits and those freshmen coming in is you bring back a lot of quality players from last year. Can you talk about any of the other benefits and also the importance of having so many quality returning players, starters back for another year for Manhattanville?
Yeah, when I made the decision to come here in the winter last year, one of the major reasons was because of the pieces that were returning. I wanted to come into a program that had good players, and Coach Greg Miller and Coach Eros had done a great job with the team, and they had a great season last year. And I knew that they while they were graduating a few guys, there were a number of guys coming back. And anytime you bring back guys like Christopher Stahl and Robin Shoffley and Oscar Martinson, Omar Parra, Jesper Halm, anytime you have a team and those types of players returning, as a coach, you're going to be excited because those are all conference, all region level players, and now mixed in with some of the other guys who I think can step up into bigger roles as returners, and now being sophomores and juniors, some guys that are ready to step into some bigger roles, combined with an incredible recruiting class. I think we have a good future ahead of us here.
And like you mentioned, Coach, the Valiants have been very busy this preseason with 2 scrimmages already against Mercy, and then they had Albertus Magnus yesterday. Can you talk about how the Valiants did in those 2 competitions?
Yeah, I think in preseason, you're looking for a few things. You're looking to see if your team has a good team spirit, and I've been really impressed with that. Obviously, one of our whether you want to say issues or whatnot is that we blend 8 or 9 different nationalities into our team, and to be fair, 5 or 6 different languages are being spoken on the field at any one time. So for us, it's just an opportunity. Those are opportunities in preseason to get out there. We've got some questions that we need answers to. We have, fortunately, if you look at position-specific stuff, we have question marks because we have such depth. Goalkeeper position alone, we brought in a fantastic freshman, Tim Karsing from Sweden, and pushing him is Norby Bengel, who's a senior, and Marcus Schwartz, and James McTeague is now providing competition. So you want to just give guys opportunities, but also you want to see if the players that you brought in do have the quality that you think they do. So just answering questions in terms of personnel, and then for me, honestly, the results are not that important, although obviously you like to win. It was good to get a win last night, and we're not going to deny that, but it's more about the performance and the team spirit. And I think the first step in having a successful team or program is having a good team spirit, and I think we certainly have that here, and I've been really pleased and impressed.
So, Coach, you've had the team for almost a week now. What would you say you've been most impressed with the Valiants so far in the preseason?
Yeah, you can tell. And again, I think a lot of this comes back to returning so many quality guys, but also some upperclassmen. And then a lot of the freshmen come from really good programs. So the expectations are really high. The standards are really high. And I think this program has been run well in the past. So the standards have always been high. And I think now as we continue to hopefully increase the level of player through our recruiting, and then through our coaching and our development, I think just building expectations. Our expectations now have to be higher than they were last year, and I think the expectations and just the desire to compete every day. Our guys have shown that every time they show up for a session, they want to get better, and ultimately, you got to do all the little things, and we have to get better each day to reach any of our end goals.
Is there any area where you're looking your team can maybe improve on before your first game at Elms on September 1st?
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of areas. I would say, as a coach, I'm going to say just about every area we can improve on. If there's one specific thing, and the players know this, and coaches know this, and we were punished last night. We gave up a goal last night in our scrimmage, and the biggest thing for us right now, and it's almost to be expected with our type of program and sort of the melting pot group that we have here, is that communication is a bit of an issue. So just working on that and learning to communicate, and just finding maybe a common ground or a common language for us all on the field. But communication is absolutely an area that we need to get better at prior to September 1st.
Like you mentioned, Coach, a lot of great returners coming back, along with some really good recruits coming in. The expectations, as you said, are high for Manhattanville. What are you hoping the Valiants can accomplish this year?
Yeah, when I came here, I sort of had as a coach, you sort of build a 2, 3, or 4 year plan, and with the returners, the excellent returners that we had, I thought I could kind of fast forward from a 5-year plan or a 4-year plan almost to a 2-year plan. So I still have my sort of 2-year plan in place, but quite honestly, with the guys that we have back and with our recruiting class, I think even my hopes and expectations are sped up a little bit. I think we can have a heck of a year, and obviously making the MAC Freedom playoffs is a goal for us, and seeing if we can win the conference tournament to get into get the automatic bid to the NCAA tournament. But honestly, none of that matters until you get there. So for us, it's stepping back and not worrying about conference championships or even playoffs or even a game in October. At this point, it's all just about getting better every day and every session, and doing the little things and having standards every day. Right now our focus is we're done with our 2 preseason games, so our focus right now is being ready to hopefully go and beat Elms on September 1st. We'll just go one game at a time, and after we play Elms, we'll think about who we play next.
Thanks, Coach, and good luck this year.
Thank you very much.
And that was head men's soccer coach Kyle Dezotell. This is Tyson Agler signing out for the 2016 Fall Preseason Special.